How's it going, everyone? It's PokePriest here. So for this video, I think we will be best to discuss the one thing that everybody's talking about right now, which is Pokemon. Now, with the new games coming out, a lot of us are wondering exactly where the Pokemon company is going to be heading in the direction for the new games. We're all talking about Generation 8, but a lot of us are still playing Pokemon Go, especially a lot of the casuals, since they don't really get a chance to play a lot of the older games, and maybe Go is actually giving them a chance to want to try out the new games. Whether you're a Pokemon Go fan or an anime fan, which the anime has its hits or miss. Johto is one of my favorites. I kind of like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and Sun and Moon. Or whether you're a card collector. I don't exactly play the card game very much, but I do collect a lot of the cards. Me and the missus, we typically buy probably more than we should on the card games. But they are fun to collect, especially whenever you get the ultra rares or just regular rares. We can all agree that Pokemon has some amazing artwork, especially when it comes to the regions such as Johto, Kanto, Unova, Alola now, and we don't really know what the new region's going to be, but I'm sure it'll be great. Battles have always been the main staple of Pokemon. A lot of us EV train and IV train, and then a lot of us just like to play for fun, for the sport. Ash Ketchum, probably one of the most highly debated Pokemon trainers that has ever been a part of the series. A lot of us love him, some of us hate him. He's not the brightest, but he does embody the Pokemon spirit, and that's just to go out and find friends and beat the crap out of them. Typically you start off with your water, your grass, or your fire types. I don't see Game Freak changing up that formula, but I do have a theory on that I'll probably do another video about. But now let's talk about the one thing that everybody's talking about and that I'm sure you're wanting to hear my opinions on, which, you know, they're pretty basic. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Coming out this November, when everybody thought it was going to be coming out next year. They're not the core games that we wanted, but they are still main series games. You have Red, or Young Red, might even be his son, we don't know yet, and then could be either Blue or Green's daughter. As we all know, in the Japanese version, our Blue was actually their Green, and then Blue was our Green. It's kind of complicated, but you get what I mean. We don't exactly know who these trainers are, but I'm sure eventually we will find out. The battle system seems to be pretty basic, pretty much what we've known so far. I do like how, if you look in the right bottom corner, the moves actually have the symbols of the whatever the moves are. They don't seem to be changing much on the PP end. We still have our health bars, our levels, and some CP. I think the CP is more just for the ones that you get from Pokemon Go. Not sure yet, but the models are amazing on this game. With the Overworld, I like how they're incorporating the sprites, well, not really sprites, but the models in the actual Overworld as you're walking around. Now, whether or not they're going to be adding that to the next generation or not, I feel like they're kind of hinting at what they're playing with for the new games, and they're just testing the water to see how people are going to react. I do like how you have your partner Pokemon on either your shoulder or your head, depending on which version you have. Finally, after all these years, we have Pokemon following us again. Just like in Generation 2, I know that this feature is going to be amazingly well done. Especially with the new advances in technology, we can actually have our Pokemon move with us in the way that they would actually normally walk. Not just with, you know, the sprite jumping up and down. For example, with Voltorb, you can actually probably have him rolling behind you or even rolling on him. The HMs are gone, as a lot of people know, but we seem to be able to fly around anytime we want. I don't know if it's going to be a story aspect or a story element, but still, it's going to be cool as hell. especially with the ones that never actually got a chance to play with the rides, unless you played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Whether or not Pokemon Go is going to be one of those games that is actually a main series or a spin-off series like the Mystery Dungeon games, which I love the Mystery Dungeon games, because you actually get a chance to play as the Pokemon. You get to see their personalities, you get to see what they want, what they don't want, and it's more intimate to me, I think, than the main series games. Now, I know a lot of people will crucify me for that, but I still think it's fun. So with the new Pokemon games, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, the main thing that I'm really excited for is the one thing that I've wanted since I was a child, which is actual Pokeballs. Now, they might not have the Pokemon in them, but with the new Rumble technology, the HD Rumble tech that Nintendo has developed with the Joy-Cons, we can actually feel what it's like to have a Pokemon in our hands. And I really hope that they let us have more than one Pokemon out. If anything, just so we can have our full team with us. Now, as you can see in this diagram, we do have the LED, which I'm assuming shows you the status of the Pokemon. The safety release, which I'm sure a lot of you won't even use, and then you're going to break your TV and you're going to blame Nintendo. There seems to be only one button on the top, so I'm not sure if these will actually function as proper Joy-Cons. It would be great, because I would love to play other games with the Pokemon Pokeball Plus. It has a support ring, which I'm assuming is for your belt or whatever you hang it up on. The connector is a USB Type-C. Overall, I feel like Nintendo is getting us ready to change up the Pokemon formula, especially when it comes to all the legendaries that are coming out. Adding new things such as the Mega Stones. I'm excited to see what Nintendo's going to do, and especially Game Freak, with the new series games. Whatever they have, I'm sure it's going to be great. This video seems kind of rushed, so I'm kind of tired. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. So until next video, I guess this will pretty much be it. Thanks, guys.